What's going on, Socialites? Welcome back to another Global Pokemon Society Draft League battle. This week, we got the winless Denver Ninetales trying to squeak onto that win column, going up against the 1-1 Black City Zekroms. Black City making a lot of free agent choices. So let's take a look at the teams here real quick before Denver selects all these, because she is going fast. So, Black City bringing Darmanitan, Accelgor, Calyrex Shadow Rider, Crobat, Zeraora, who was a free agent pickup, and Mr. Rime. Accelgor was also a free agent pickup. They also picked up Rhyperior. So they did quite a few changes. Not seeing Rhyperior here, though, and not seeing their A-tier Gyarados. For Denver, they're bringing Calyrex Ice Rider, Pelipper, Gastrodon, Rotom-Mow, Kingdra, and Goodra. So we definitely have the Battle of the Calyrexes here, which could be interesting. We'll see how this all shakes out. But Denver leading off with that Calyrex. Black City, their standard lead off of Crobat. Going up against the Ice Rider, Calyrex. Black City, too nervous to eat berries. Calyrex, clicking that Trick Room. Ooh, but Crobat has the taunt. Nice taunt there, not going for its normal Tailwind shenanigans. So they do get that momentum here. Calyrex now clicking that Icicle Spear. Crobat goes for the Tailwind. Now will Calyrex be able to pick up the KO here? They're going to have to hit 3 times to do it. There's 1. There's 2. Will they get the 3rd? Oh my goodness, look how close that was. And no, they don't get the 3rd hit. So Crobat stays alive. Crobat goes for the U-turn. Gets some damage on Calyrex, but whatever switches into this Glacial Lance is not going to appreciate it. We can assume Darmanitan. Seems like a pretty safe switch in here. Might be expecting another Icicle Spear, but this Glacial Lance, even against a resist, is going to do quite a bit. Sick animation. Ooh, does 75% at least. And Calyrex shakes off the taunt, but I don't know if he wants to be going up against the Darmanitan here. Calyrex retreats. Denver sends out Pelipper, which will set up the range, so if they predicted the Flare Blitz correctly, Pelipper should be able to eat this up with its huge, giant pelican mouth. There's the Flare Blitz. Yum, yum, yum. The Darmanitan takes a little bit of recoil from the Flare Blitz. Pelipper deciding what to do next. Goes for the Protect. Looking to stall out this Tailwind as well as see perhaps if Darmanitan has the Rock Slide. He goes for the U-turn. So now that Pelipper's scouted that out, the Tailwind is over. We see a lot of ways to U-turn and Volt Switch around on Black City's team. Pelipper could get a powerful Weather Ball off in the rain. That's almost like attacking with 150 base power War Attack. But looks like they're going to be trading U-turns, which will give some momentum to Pelipper going last. Darmanitan takes some of that Life Orb recoil. We can probably assume Zeraora would come out here. Yes. So who will Denver send out to threaten Zeraora here? Could it be Kingdra, able to outspeed? Could be Gastrodon, who would resist, well, be immune to the electric attacks. We see Darmanitan's in the red, Crobat's in the red. If only Denver had a way to get rocks up here. Zeraora with the fake out. Gets a critical hit. Interesting. Rotom with the Leaf Storm. Does nice damage to Zeraora, taking it down to the red. And Zeraora with the close combat now. Takes Rotom into the red. Rotom can go for another Leaf Storm. Zeraora is going to have to switch out here. He knows he's slower than the Choice Scarf Rotom. Accelgor comes out. Should be able to take this Leaf Storm with the -2 special attack. A lot of switching going on in this battle. Both teams looking for that opening. Accelgor with the Toxic, but Goodra avoids it. Accelgor goes for another U-turn. They're getting chip on a lot of these, but they're switching into these powerful moves, which is weakening down their opportunities. See Mr. Rime switch in. Freeze Dry is a powerful move against Denver's team. You see 4, 5 Pokemon weak to it. 3 of which 4 times weak to it. Question is, Mr. Rime's pretty slow. Could this be a Choice Scarf variant? Mr. Rime does get the Freeze Dry off ahead of Goodra. But Goodra, so tanky, even with a critical hit. Wow. Just showing that that Freeze Dry was going to do nothing to Goodra. And the Draco Meteor. With all this action, that is our first KO. Draco taking down Mr. Rime. Ooh, Calyrex Shadow Rider comes out. A scary sweeping threat. Now Denver's team too nervous to eat berries. The Astral Barrage comes out. Will this be enough to take down Goodra? We saw how bulky it was even against a critical hit Freeze Dry, and Goodra takes nothing from that powerful ghost attack. And the Brutal Swing does big damage. But I think Calyrex will be able to pick up the KO here, as the Astral Barrage does take down Goodra, but we saw how bulky Goodra was. Rime does get a special attack boost, but the Choice Scarf Rotom, does it have enough speed investment to outspeed Calyrex? Rotom with the Dark Pulse, 4 times effective, takes down the Shadow Rider. And Denver starting to break open Black City's team. We'll have to see if Zeraora and company can claw their way back. The speedy Accelgor comes out. With another Dark Pulse, will it get the flinch on Accelgor to add insult to injury? No. Accelgor goes for the U-turn, and that'll knock out Rotom, so Accelgor does get the revenge kill, evening up 4-4. But Denver's Pokemon are relatively healthy. And they got the scary combo of Pelipper and Kingdra still in the back. Pelipper goes for the Protect, scouting what Zeraora will do. Zeraora reveals the Volt Switch. Pelipper switches out, sending out Gastrodon, so does Zeraora try and go for another Volt Switch here? He did, and Gastrodon is not affected. Zeraora switches out into Darmanitan, who's going to take this Scald. I'm a little bit surprised. I would have expected, if the switch out was coming, to go into Crobat, maybe predicting a Earth Power or an Earthquake. But I guess Darmanitan took the bullet on that one. Here's Crobat. Crobat goes for the Brave Bird. What is he looking for here? Gastrodon able to take that, and Crobat goes down to his own recoil. Accelgor comes out now. Already down around 50%. Accelgor goes for the final gambit. I don't think this will be enough. Gastrodon has so much HP. So Accelgor goes down to its own final gambit. Gastrodon now back-to-back attacks, not doing anything for it, as its opponent just suicides in front of them. That's going to bring Zeraora back out. Gastrodon retreats. Back into Pelipper, looking to get that rain set up. Zeraora again with the fake out. Zeraora reveals its final move, the signature Plasma Fists, covering the battlefield in a deluge of ions. But with the rain up, that's going to allow Kingdra to do what it does best and wash away the remnants of its opponents. Scald comes out, and this will pick up the final KO on Zeraora, and with that, Denver gets their first win of the season. Remember, we had this team ranked at the top of our S rank entering the season, so they pick up their first win in Week 3. Both of these teams now 1-2, and we'll have to see where the rest of this week goes. Thanks for watching, everybody, and as always, stay classy, Society.